I want to welcome you to this special event today. Thank you all for showing up. My name is Edward Broussard. I'm city manager for the city of Tyler. And it is very incredible, and we are very grateful for you to be part of this very incredible, as far as momentous event. I want to welcome some of our city officials and staff that we have here. We have with us, as far as from our city council, we have our Mayor Pro Tem, Bob Westbrook. We have Councilman Broderick McGee, Councilman Chris Sudduth, Councilman Don Warren, Councilman Linda Sellers, and Councilman Shirley McKellar. We also have with us members from our Parks Board, as well as our Historic Preservation Commission. And then we also have different city staff from as far as our managing directors, but most especially our Rose Garden staff, both those that manage the Rose Garden Center itself, as well as especially Jose Parga and his crew, who take care of the grounds and do such incredible good work. I also want to recognize some of our following state officials that have joined us today for this special event. We have Betty Russo, who is with the governor's office. We have from Senator John Cornyn's office, Reese DeWoody. We have from U.S. Congressman Louis Gohmert's office, Jonna Fitzgerald Boersma. And also with that, we also want to at this point take and just say thank you to Congressman Gohmert, who provided a flag from the U.S. that was flown over the U.S. Capitol in recognition of this event. We have from Texas State Senator Brian Hughes' office, Courtney Smith and Caroline Harris. We also have with us from Texas State Representative Matt Schaefer's office, Sarah Hartsfield. And then I see Jack Short's with us as well from Representative Schaefer's office. I also want to thank Leanne, Stephanie, and Terry Myers for their hard work to accomplish this historic designation that we're honoring today. And also with us from Yachio, Japan, our sister city, we have different members of that delegation that are joining us here today as part of this special event. It's my pleasure at this moment to introduce Councilman Broderick McGee, whose district we are a part of right now, for the invocation.
May we bow. Father in heaven, we come before you thanking you for this day and for life, health, and strength. We thank you for our community, and we thank you for those that have gathered here today to witness this great designation. We thank you for the city employees, the fire department, and the police department that go out on a daily basis for our protection. We ask you to please lead them and guide them and protect them. Again, God, we thank you for all that you've done and all that you will do and all that you've already done. And these are our blessings we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Good afternoon. It falls, I'm Bob Westbrook, your Mayor Pro Tem. Falls on me to read and present our proclamation for this momentous event on behalf of Council and the Mayor Martin Hines of the City of Tyler. A proclamation, Tyler Municipal Rose Garden Day, October 17th, 2019. Whereas our beautiful city of Tyler is the rose capital of the nation, and we are the home of the country's largest municipal rose garden, and whereas the citizens of our community and surrounding areas can enjoy the panoramic view of blooms that the City of Tyler and the Parks and Recreation Department have provided, and whereas the Tyler Rose Garden has become a destination for residents and visitors from across the globe to visit and explore, whereas the Tyler Rose Garden, being nominated and accepted into the National Register of Historic Places on this day, is dedicated as a National Historic Site. Now therefore, I, Martin Hines, Mayor of the City of Tyler, Texas, do hereby proclaim October 16th, 2019 as Tyler Municipal Rose Garden Day, and encourage all citizens to explore the Rose Garden and enjoy in recognizing this historic event. Thank you.
To recognize, as far as the history and significance of our Rose Garden, we have brought with us Tom Ramey. Tom is the son of the 1950 Rose Queen, Jill Ramey, who is an expert in the rose industry here in Tyler. And so, Tom, if you'll come join us. Oh, well, there we go.
Good afternoon. This may be the most beautiful setting in America, as we once again honor the largest public rose garden in America. I've been asked to make a few brief comments about the history of the Tyler Rose Garden, but no story of the history, or all stories of history, must be weaved together into a beautiful story. And this place is a beautiful story. The history has been well documented, as the history of this place is inextricably tied to the rose industry, the Texas Rose Festival, and this place we call home. The rose industry exploded in Tyler in the early 1920s as the very prosperous peach industry met an untimely demise to a disease called San Jose scale. It was the economic devastation of the loss of the peach industry that led to the discovery that the very same soil that was good for peaches is also good for roses. By 1923, local growers were raising and marketing over 50 variety of roses from Tyler. And by 1933, a mere 10 years later, it is estimated that 50% of all commercial roses sold in the United States came from here. Simultaneously, while the rose thing is exploding, the Texas Rose Festival was born. A tradition that for over 80 years has told the world that Tyler, our hometown, is special. That we are the American home of the rose. Yet as the Texas Rose Festival was exploding itself in popularity, there was a problem. Outside of those 4 days in October, when the Texas Rose Festival events happened, there was no way to showcase the identity of Tyler as the home of the rose. So in 1937, Tyler received a grant from the WPA to build a 14-acre rose garden on a patch of eroded land that was little more than an eyesore. Work began in 1941, but was halted by World War II. After the war, the WPA was dissolved, so it was entrepreneurial Tylerites who got to work. Local nurserymen, garden clubs, the Chamber of Commerce, the Texas Rose Festival, and the city of Tyler all came together. The city pitched in a whopping $5,000 for soil improvement and landscaping. Tyler rose growers donated thousands of bushes, and in June 1952, this unique and stunning shrine to the rose was opened. The initial Rose Center was built in 1953 and remodeled in 1992. This place is consistently listed as one of the top 10 reasons not to visit Tyler, but to visit Texas, boasting over 38,000 rose bushes and over 500 varieties, and up to 100,000 visitors a year come to what I believe is the greatest small city in America, Tyler, Texas. Now, oil and medicine and education have blessed Tyler with a world-class economic base, but roses give us fame. If your experience is anything like mine, when you travel somewhere outside of Tyler and you say, well, I'm from Tyler, Texas, almost inevitably, the response is predictable. Is that where Earl Campbell's from? The Tyler Rose. Or, and this is quite common, isn't that the place they grow roses? Why do they say that? Well, certainly the Texas Rose Festival plays a role in that. For 80 some odd years, they've been doing this thing. But the TRF, the Texas Rose Festival, is only 4 days long. Rather, it is the beauty and the splendor of this place that is year-round a clarion call to the world of Tyler's forever connection to the rose. Yes, this place is special. It is not just a garden. All cities have a garden. This place is a beacon of beauty and fragrance to the world that Tyler is unique. That we have an identity that other cities are irreversibly jealous of. An identity that no other city's marketing campaign could ever touch. And what is that identity? We, Tyler, Texas, are the home of America's flower. One of the most beautiful things in all the world, the rose. And it is this very special place, this beautiful place, the Tyler Rose Garden, that has for almost 70 years proclaimed to all the world, Tyler, Texas, Rose Capital of America. Thank you.
Tom, thank you for that. That really, as far as helps us put everything in perspective about why we're here today. We have with us also, though, for those who come here for today, tomorrow, especially for the coming years and the generations to come, Sherry Lee, president of Visit Tyler, is here to talk a little bit about the economic impact and the tourism impact that this place has here in Tyler.
First of all, I would like to thank you all for being here. It is a thrill and an honor just to be at this place at this moment. I'd like to thank TJC for the music that they brought. They started the music and we all got a little teary-eyed because we realized how very special this place is. So no other town in Texas can lay claim to the budding heritage quite like Tyler. Each year, thousands of tourists flock into these gardens, and they are amazed when they see its beauty. The rose is not only has a rich history here in Texas, but it has deep, deep heritage history in the whole state of Texas, and people take notice. So today, we are very honored to have representatives from our state with us. They have brought letters and resolutions, and we have those on display today, so I ask you to take time and look at those. We also have a friend in the industry, and also it's his birthday. So Shane Sorensen is with us. Shane is with the Texas Travel Industry Association, and we mentioned to him just coming today, and he was thrilled, and so we're honored for you to be here. At this time, Betty Russo with the governor's office will read a letter from Governor Abbott. Thank you so much.
Isn't it nice? This cooler weather came in just for this great day in Tyler today. You can't beat it. Very nice. Well, I brought a certificate signed by the governor. It's right here, and I'm going to read it to you. The state of Texas, Governor, to all to whom these presents shall come, greetings. Know ye that this official certificate is presented in recognition of the Tyler Municipal Rose Garden, being designated to the National Register of Historic Places, Tyler, Texas, October 17th, 2019. Under the laws of the state of Texas, with all rights, privileges, and emoluments appertaining to said office, I grant this official recognition. In testimony whereof, I have signed my name and caused the seal of the state to be affixed at the city of Austin, this the 17th day of October, 2019. So congratulations, this is a huge day, just the biggest accomplishment that I can think of, so congratulations. Could you hold that up again?
And now I'd like to introduce Stephanie Franklin, our managing director that oversees these different, especially tourism functions, but also the Rose Garden, to talk a little bit about just some of the staff and some of the work that goes on here.
Thank you, Ed. I'm so privileged to be here. There has been so much blood, sweat, and tears over the years, as we heard from Tom, starting back in the 1930s, to make this garden what it is today. But this endeavor is really what I'm here to talk about in terms of historic preservation. So it took more than a year, but the Tyler Rose Garden has now officially been declared what we knew it all to be a long time ago, which is a national treasure. Today commemorates our Rose Garden's entry into the National Registry of Historic Places, the official list of the nation's historic places worthy of preservation. The garden was a local historic landmark and a state historical landmark, but as the defining feature that makes Tyler the Rose Capital of America, we knew it was destined for greater recognition. So we called Terry Myers with Preservation Central. She's listed more than 6,000 properties in the National Register. She said to us, "I hope you know how difficult it is to get a garden listed in the National Registry." However, we were the number 4 garden listed in the state of Texas. And to be recognized nationally is amazing. And we understood the difficulty, but we also knew that the garden is rich in history. It dates back to 1930s, as we mentioned. It exemplifies the rose-growing industry in Tyler. And through the annual Rose Festival, it's influenced our culture for the greater part of a century. As we celebrate this historic achievement, let's take a moment to appreciate these beautiful grounds and the decades of care that so many people here today who have gone before us have put into them. I want to take a moment to recognize the master gardeners, the garden clubs, and the Rose Garden staff who take pride in maintaining the thousands of rose bushes blooming, which in turn welcome thousands of visitors. So if we could recognize the staff right now, that would be great. They're all here. We appreciate you so much. We also can't go without recognizing the Rose Festival and our past and present queens who keep the celebration of roses in Tyler. Without all of you, we wouldn't be standing here commemorating this tremendous achievement. Thank you all, and I want to ask, I know that the Rose Queen is very busy. She was going to try to be here to help us with the plaque ceremony, but I believe that Queen Hannah Claire Waits' parents are going to help us with the plaque. So if you all want to come forward at this time. And thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be here today to celebrate with you all.
Do you want to do? Well, no. Actually, Stephanie, who did you want to present it to?
Yeah.
No, it's, here. So yes. Here, yes. In fact, if y'all want to, here's what we'll do.
Okay.
We'll just. Hopefully, it's not too heavy.
No, I don't think so.
There we go. Okay. If y'all want to come over here and kind of counsel. Kind of join.
There we go.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah, y'all get in here.
Make a switch. You hold that in.
Hey, y'all, can y'all scoot back all the way back so
Well, we want to thank such a distinguished group that we have here before us today. Thank you all for coming and being part of this. We have punch and cookies that are available, roses that are also available. And also, please take time to go through the garden. The roses are in bloom, and it looks very beautiful right now. So thank you all for coming, and we appreciate your, really as far as what you have done for this rose garden.